Mercury. Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system and the closest to the Sun, but don't let its size fool you. This little world is packed with bizarre surprises. Most people assume Mercury must be the hottest planet because it's closest to the Sun. Surprisingly, it isn't. That title belongs to Venus. Mercury lacks a thick atmosphere, which means it can't hold on to heat very well. During the day, temperatures can reach around 430 degrees Celsius. At night, they can drop to minus 180 degrees Celsius. That's a temperature swing of over 600 degrees. Mercury's surface looks remarkably similar to our moon. It's covered in impact craters created by billions of years of collisions. One of the strangest facts about Mercury is that a single day lasts longer than its year. Mercury completes one orbit around the Sun in just 88 Earth days. Yet it takes 176 Earth days for the Sun to rise and set once on its surface. Mercury is also slowly shrinking. As its giant iron core cools, the entire planet contracts, creating enormous cliffs hundreds of kilometers long. If planets had personalities, Mercury would be the tough little survivor that somehow thrives in the harshest conditions imaginable. Venus. Venus is often called Earth's twin because it is almost the same size as our planet. Unfortunately, it's more like Earth's evil twin. Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. Surface temperatures average around 465 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead and destroy most spacecraft in a matter of hours. Its atmosphere is incredibly thick and made mostly of carbon dioxide. The greenhouse effect has gone completely out of control, trapping heat and turning Venus into a planetary oven. Standing on Venus would be like standing nearly a kilometer underwater on Earth, because the atmospheric pressure is about 90 times greater than ours. Venus also rotates backward. On Venus, the Sun rises in the west and sets in the east, and it rotates so slowly that one day on Venus lasts longer than one Venusian year. Above the surface float clouds made partly of sulfuric acid. Yes, acid clouds. If Hollywood wanted to create a planet that looked uninhabitable, it would probably end up creating Venus. Earth. At first glance, Earth might seem boring because we live here, but when compared to every other known world, Earth becomes incredibly special. So far, it is the only planet known to support life. Earth sits in what scientists call the habitable zone, where temperatures allow liquid water to exist. Around 71% of Earth's surface is covered by water. That alone makes our planet unusual. Earth also possesses a powerful magnetic field that protects us from harmful solar radiation. The atmosphere contains the perfect mixture of gases for life as we know it, but perhaps the most incredible thing about Earth isn't its oceans, forests, mountains, or atmosphere. It's the fact that every human achievement happened here. Every invention, every empire, every song, every scientific discovery, every friendship, every dream, every victory, and every mistake in human history occurred on this tiny blue dot floating through space. When astronauts view Earth from orbit, many say it changes them forever after seeing the rest of the solar system. It's easy to understand why. Mars. Mars is probably the most famous planet after Earth. Humans have dreamed about visiting Mars for generations, and it's easy to see why. Mars contains evidence that billions of years ago it was a very different world. Ancient riverbeds, lake basins, and mineral deposits suggest liquid water once flowed across its surface. Some scientists believe Mars may have once been capable of supporting microbial life. Mars is home to Olympus Mons, the largest volcano in the solar system. Olympus Mons stands about 22 kilometers high, nearly 3 times taller than Mount Everest. Mars also hosts Valles Marineris, a canyon system so gigantic it would stretch across an entire continent on Earth. Despite all this, Mars today is a cold desert. Dust storms can engulf the entire planet for months at a time. The sky often appears butterscotch-colored because of fine dust particles suspended in the atmosphere. Mars remains humanity's most likely destination for future colonization, making it one of the most exciting planets we know. Jupiter. Now we arrive at the giant. Jupiter is so massive that all the other planets combined still don't equal its mass. More than 1,300 Earths could fit inside Jupiter. The planet is essentially a gigantic ball of hydrogen and helium with no true solid surface. If you tried landing on Jupiter, you'd eventually sink into crushing layers of gas and liquid before being destroyed by pressure and heat. Its most famous feature is the Great Red Spot. This gigantic storm has been raging for centuries. The storm is so enormous that Earth could fit comfortably inside it. Jupiter spins incredibly fast. A day there lasts less than 10 hours. That rapid rotation helps create the planet's colorful cloud bands and powerful weather systems. Jupiter also acts as a giant cosmic bodyguard. Its immense gravity attracts or redirects many comets and asteroids that might otherwise threaten the inner solar system. Without Jupiter, Earth may have experienced far more devastating impacts throughout its history. Saturn. If planets competed in a beauty contest, Saturn would probably win every year. Its magnificent ring system makes it one of the most recognizable objects in the solar system. What surprises many people is that Saturn's rings are astonishingly thin. Despite stretching hundreds of thousands of kilometers across space, many sections are only tens of meters thick. The rings consist mostly of ice particles reflecting sunlight. Saturn itself is incredibly light for its size. In fact, Saturn is the only planet with a density lower than water. If you somehow found a bathtub big enough, Saturn would theoretically float. The planet experiences winds reaching nearly 1,800 kilometers per hour. Near its north pole sits one of the strangest weather systems ever discovered, a massive hexagon-shaped storm. Nobody expected nature to create a six-sided storm on a planetary scale, yet Saturn somehow did exactly that. Uranus. Uranus is often remembered because people giggle at its name. But beyond the jokes, Uranus is genuinely one of the strangest planets in existence. Most planets spin upright. Uranus does not. At some point in the distant past, something enormous appears to have slammed into the planet and knocked it onto its side. As a result, Uranus essentially rolls around the sun like a giant bowling ball. Its seasons are absolutely wild. Some regions experience decades of continuous sunlight, followed by decades of darkness. The planet's blue-green color comes from methane gas in the atmosphere. Temperatures can plunge below -224 degrees Celsius, making Uranus one of the coldest worlds ever measured. For a planet often ignored in documentaries, Uranus is surprisingly fascinating.